Have you ever felt like you're chasing something so hard, money, love, success, that the harder you run after it, the further it seems to slip away? What if I told you that chasing isn't the answer, and that the secret to receiving everything you deserve is actually hidden in calmness? According to Buddhist wisdom, the universe is like a river, constantly flowing, constantly delivering. But when your mind is restless, when your heart is anxious, you create waves that disturb the flow. This teaching is one of the most misunderstood spiritual truths. You don't get what you desperately run after. You get what you align yourself with. And alignment only happens when you are calm, centered, and trusting. The Buddha taught that when the mind is still, reality reveals its treasures. But when the mind is restless, even blessings appear as obstacles. In this video, we'll explore how calmness unlocks your destiny, how the universe works in mysterious ways to bring you what you deserve, and how Buddhist teachings give us a practical guide to let go of anxiety and finally start receiving. These aren't just abstract ideas. They are simple, relatable truths you can apply in your daily life. So, stay with me until the end. Because once you understand this, you'll realize that you don't have to fight, beg, or force. You simply have to trust, stay calm, and let the universe do its work. 1. The secret power of calmness. Calmness is not just silence, it is an inner force, a kind of unshakable strength. In Buddhism, calmness is compared to a mountain, steady, unmoved by storms. The mountain doesn't chase the clouds, it allows the sky to clear naturally. In the same way, when you remain calm, life naturally clears the chaos around you. Think of a glass of muddy water. If you keep shaking it, the mud never settles, and you can't see clearly. But if you place it down and let it rest, the water becomes crystal clear. That is what happens in your mind. When you are restless, desperate, or anxious, you cannot see opportunities, even when they are right in front of you. But when you are calm, clarity comes. You see the path the universe is guiding you toward. Buddhism teaches that calmness is a magnet. Energy flows where attention goes, and when your energy radiates stillness, peace, and confidence, you attract situations and people who match that vibration. Have you noticed that confident, calm people seem to draw good things toward them effortlessly? That's because their calmness tells the universe, I am ready, I am aligned, I trust. The Buddha himself often sat in stillness for hours, not because he was passive, but because he understood that stillness is action in its purest form. It is the act of letting life align itself. So the next time you feel like forcing something, pause. Take a breath. Remember that your calmness is your real power. When you stay calm, you stop blocking what is already coming your way. 2. Why chasing blocks your blessings? Have you ever noticed that the harder you run after something, the further it seems to drift away? You chase love, and the person pulls back. You chase money, and unexpected bills appear. You chase success, and doors seem to slam in your face. It almost feels like the universe is playing a cruel game. But in Buddhism, this is not punishment. It is simply how energy works. Chasing comes from a place of lack. When you chase, you are saying to the universe, I don't have this, I am incomplete without it, I am desperate. And the universe, like a mirror, reflects that vibration back to you. Instead of abundance, you receive more lack. Instead of opportunities, you get more obstacles. Why? Because chasing energy is not attractive, it pushes things away. Think of it like trying to catch a butterfly. If you run after it wildly, it escapes. But if you sit calmly in a garden, the butterfly may land on your shoulder. This is the principle of non-chasing. The Buddha taught detachment not to make life boring, but to free us from this exhausting cycle of running after everything. When you stop chasing, you send a powerful signal. I am enough. I trust that what is mine will come. That confidence makes blessings flow towards you effortlessly. Let's take relationships as an example. When someone feels you are chasing too hard, they sense pressure, and pressure creates distance. But when you are calm, confident, and centered, people feel drawn to your energy. The same principle applies to wealth. Have you noticed that people who are desperate for money rarely get it, but those who stay calm and consistent seem to attract opportunities? That is the power of alignment over chasing. In Buddhism, this is called letting go of attachment. Attachment ties you to suffering, but detachment opens the door to freedom. It doesn't mean you stop wanting good things. It means you stop clinging to them. So here's the secret. You don't manifest by running faster. You manifest by slowing down, trusting more, and letting the universe deliver what is already yours. 3. Trusting the flow of the universe. Imagine standing by a river. The water moves smoothly, carrying leaves, branches, and everything it touches toward its destination. Now imagine trying to swim against that current. You'd exhaust yourself, barely move forward, and maybe even drown in the struggle. This is exactly what happens when we resist the natural flow of the universe. Buddhism teaches that the universe is not random. It is deeply intelligent. Just as the river knows where it is going, life also knows where to take you. The Buddha spoke often of impermanence, the truth that everything is always changing. Seasons shift, flowers bloom and wither, storms rise and pass. When you trust this flow, you stop panicking about the storm because you know sunshine will follow. The problem is, most of us don't trust the flow. We want everything on our schedule. We demand answers immediately. We resist when life doesn't go according to plan. But here's the paradox. The more you resist, the more suffering you create. Trusting the flow means understanding that delays are not denials. Sometimes the universe slows you down because it is protecting you, preparing you, or guiding you to something better. Think about it. Have you ever lost an opportunity, only to later find something far greater waiting for you? That is the universe in action. What felt like rejection was actually redirection. What looked like a closed door was just the wrong door. Buddhist monks practice this trust through mindfulness. When they eat, they eat. When they walk, they walk. They are not rushing into the future, nor clinging to the past. They surrender to the present moment, knowing the universe unfolds exactly as it should. When you learn to trust the flow, life becomes lighter. You no longer wake up with anxiety about what might go wrong. Instead, you wake up with curiosity about what blessing might appear. And here's the magical part. This trust itself creates the vibration that attracts more blessings. The calm person who trusts always seems to be in the right place at the right time. So the question is, are you swimming against the current, or are you letting the current carry you to where you're meant to be? 4. The role of patience in receiving. We live in a world that celebrates speed, fast food, fast internet, fast results. But in Buddhism, one of the greatest secrets to receiving what you truly deserve is patience. Why? Because everything in life has its natural timing. Just as a seed cannot become a tree overnight, your dreams and blessings also need time to ripen. The Buddha once said, "A jug fills drop by drop." That simple teaching holds a profound truth. Success, peace, and abundance are not delivered in one grand moment. They come slowly, piece by piece. Patience is what allows you to keep your calm while the drops are still falling, trusting that the jug will eventually overflow. Think of a farmer planting rice. He does not dig up the soil every morning to check if the seed is growing. He trusts the process. He waters, waits, and allows nature to take its course. But many of us are like impatient farmers. We plant an idea or a dream, and then panic when it doesn't bloom immediately. We ask, why isn't it happening yet? That anxiety blocks the energy that should be flowing toward us. Patience is not passive. It is an active trust. It means saying, I know it's coming, I don't have to rush it. In Buddhism, patience is seen as a spiritual wealth because it guards your peace, protects your energy, and keeps you aligned with the universe. Think of times when rushing ruined the result. Maybe you rushed into a relationship that wasn't right, or grabbed an opportunity too quickly and it collapsed. Now compare that with moments when you waited, trusted, and then received something far greater than you expected. That is the power of patience. The universe does not forget your effort. Every meditation, every kind thought, every step toward your goal, it all builds energy. But if you give up too soon, or force things to happen before their time, you lose the reward that was already on its way. So remember this, your blessings are like fruit. If you pick them too early, they're sour. But if you wait with patience, they'll be sweet, nourishing, and perfect. 5. Signs the universe is delivering already. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking the universe is silent. They believe nothing is happening just because they can't see immediate results. But here's the truth. The universe is always whispering, always sending signals. The problem is, most of us are too busy, too anxious, or too distracted to notice them. Buddhism teaches that awareness opens the door to guidance. When you're calm and mindful, you start to notice the subtle signs that your blessings are already on their way. So, what are these signs? First, synchronicities. These are meaningful coincidences that feel too perfect to be random. Maybe you're thinking about a career change, and suddenly you meet someone who offers advice or an opportunity in that exact field. Or you keep seeing the same number repeatedly, like 111 or 888, symbols across cultures of alignment and abundance. Second, unexpected opportunities. Sometimes the universe doesn't hand you the final blessing, but instead gives you a stepping stone. You might get a small job offer, a random conversation, or even a setback that pushes you toward a better direction. Remember, not all blessings look like blessings at first glance. Third, inner feelings of alignment. Have you ever felt a deep sense of peace, even when nothing has worked out yet? That's not just your imagination. That's your spirit syncing with universal timing. Calmness is often the first sign that what you deserve is getting closer. Fourth, people appearing in your life. The universe often delivers through human connections. A friend may introduce you to someone, or a stranger may say something that sparks a powerful idea. These encounters are rarely accidents. Finally, resistance being removed. Sometimes when things fall apart, a relationship ends, a job closes, a plan fails, it's not the universe punishing you. It's clearing space for something greater. Just as you can't fill a cup that's already full, your life must sometimes be emptied so that better blessings can flow in. So, pay attention. The universe is not ignoring you, it's guiding you. But you have to slow down, breathe, and notice the clues. Your blessings may already be knocking softly, waiting for you to open the door. 6. Daily Buddhist practices to stay calm. So far, we've talked about the power of calmness and how it attracts blessings. But here's the real question. How do you actually stay calm in a noisy, chaotic world? After all, life throws bills, deadlines, arguments, and worries at us every single day. This is where Buddhist practices become life-changing. The first and most important is mindful breathing. The Buddha himself taught that awareness of the breath is the doorway to peace. Try this simple practice. Inhale deeply for 4 counts, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and pause for 4. Do this for just a few minutes and you'll feel your body and mind return to balance. Calmness is only one breath away. Second, daily meditation. You don't need a temple, incense, or hours of silence. Just sit quietly for 10 minutes each morning. Close your eyes, notice your thoughts, and let them pass without clinging. Imagine your mind as the sky and your thoughts as passing clouds. When you practice this daily, your inner storms lose their power. Third, gratitude rituals. Each morning or night, list 3 things you are grateful for. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's already abundant. And remember, the universe loves a grateful heart. It multiplies whatever you appreciate. Fourth, detachment practice. This doesn't mean giving up everything you love. It means loosening your grip. For example, if you're worried about money, instead of obsessing, say, "I trust the universe will provide." That small mental release keeps your energy open for receiving. Fifth, kind actions. Buddhism teaches that your energy is shaped by your actions. Doing small acts of kindness daily, smiling at someone, helping a stranger, even speaking gently, creates a vibration of calmness around you. That vibration attracts more calmness back into your life. Finally, silence. In today's world, silence is rare, but it is medicine. Even 5 minutes of turning off your phone, sitting without distraction, and simply existing can reset your entire energy. These practices may sound simple, but practiced daily, they transform your life. Calmness is not something you wish for. It's something you train in every single day. And when you master it, the universe naturally delivers everything meant for you. 7. Real-life examples of calmness. Creating miracles. It's one thing to talk about calmness in theory, but let's see what it actually looks like in real life. Stories have a way of reminding us that these teachings are not just spiritual poetry. They are practical truths that work. One famous Buddhist story tells of a monk who lost his way during a storm in the forest. Instead of panicking, he sat under a tree, closed his eyes, and began meditating. Hours later, when the storm ended, he opened his eyes to find that he had been sitting just steps away from a safe path back to the monastery. His calmness kept him alive, while panic would have led him deeper into danger. But this isn't only about monks. Look at modern examples. A young woman in Thailand lost her job during an economic crisis. Instead of letting fear consume her, she used Buddhist practices of meditation and patience. Weeks later, she unexpectedly met a friend who introduced her to a new opportunity, one that paid more and aligned better with her passion. She often said, "If I had panicked and rushed into the wrong job, I would have missed this blessing." Even in business, calmness changes outcomes. One entrepreneur shared that during negotiations, instead of pushing hard or stressing over the deal, he stayed calm, listened deeply, and trusted the process. The other party felt his confidence and ended up offering him better terms than he had imagined. His calmness was his advantage. And think about your own life. Haven't there been times when you let go, stopped worrying, and suddenly things started working out? Maybe a bill got paid unexpectedly, maybe someone reached out with help, or maybe an opportunity arrived just when you needed it. These are not coincidences. They are proofs that calmness clears the path for miracles. The truth is, when you are calm, you see doors that panic would blind you to. Calmness attracts people, opportunities, and solutions. It doesn't just make you peaceful, it makes you powerful. So the next time life throws chaos your way, remember these stories. Miracles don't come from panic, they come from patience, presence, and calm. So, what is the ultimate lesson here? Life doesn't reward panic, desperation, or constant chasing. It rewards calmness, trust, and patience. The universe is always at work, quietly aligning everything you need, but it can only deliver when your mind is still enough to receive it. Buddhist teachings remind us that calmness is not passivity, it is strength. It is the secret magnet that attracts abundance, love, and opportunities effortlessly. Imagine waking up every morning with the certainty that everything you deserve is already on its way. You don't need to push, struggle, or force. Instead, you breathe, you trust, you stay present, and the universe delivers in ways you could never predict. Synchronicities, chance encounters, inner clarity, and even challenges are all signs that your blessings are arriving. If this video inspired you, don't let this wisdom stay with only you. Share it with someone who needs to hear it today. And subscribe to this channel for more powerful Buddhist teachings that help you stay calm, aligned, and ready to receive the life you truly deserve. Remember, calmness is power, trust is magic, and the universe, it always delivers.